Okay, incredible. So you got the context. I'm interviewing 100 people. I'm really, I'm trying to do 100 interviews. So
Okay.
I'm actually past 100 people already.
Okay.
I'm at 105 people.
Nice.
The goal is to finish this before Tech Week,
Okay.
when there's so many different people.
Okay.
I'm calling this the Sonder Series. Do you know what the word Sonder means?
No.
The word Sonder is the realization that every random person has a life as crazy as your own. I've gotten this feeling a lot from traveling, where I show up in Tokyo, and every light in that city, which is 30 million people, 10 million more people than here, is like a entire life,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I hope to give that a little bit of that feeling to the world. I think it creates empathy, but also
Yeah.
these interviews are helping me learn about the city that I've just moved to.
That's awesome.
So first question for you is a big one, which is, what's your story?
Ooh, that is a big one. I feel like I'm a pretty typical, high achieving eldest daughter, um, who thought I was going to change the world and become a doctor and cure kids with cancer. And I'm really happy where I landed. But it's nowhere where I thought I would. I'm from California. I think California is the best state. I moved to New York to prove to myself that California was the best state. And I think it is still. I've lived here for 7 years. California is the best state. But yeah, life just never turns out the way you think it does. I do research for the CDC, mainly around school health, so helping kids have access to mental health services and nutrition and physical activity in their school days, which I really like. I met my now husband in New York when I moved here 6 years ago, and we live here in Stuytown, and it's like a little oasis in the city. And I feel like at the end of the day, I do feel really happy and proud of where I landed, and I built to life where I feel like I have purpose and I have friends and I have family and I have a community, and yeah.
Sounds like you're in a good spot.
Yeah.
Although it's how did I get here a little bit?
Yeah. I never would have thought I would have landed here when I was 18 and going to college.
Yeah.
I was so ambitious for the typical things that are status defining, to be a doctor, to be top of my class, to do X, Y, and Z, and in the meantime I found that those things aren't actually what make you happy or meaningful. So I never would have thought when I was 18 that this is where I would be, but it's where I find the most meaning and happiness.
If meaning doesn't come from those things, a lot of the conversations I've had recently, even for myself,
Yeah.
with myself, have been around the idea of meaning.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of young people that are having crises of meaning,
Yeah.
but earlier than a midlife crisis.
Yeah.
I'm part of a community called Quarter Life Crisis,
Okay.
which is this whole thing about really ambitious young people
Yeah.
that then realize it's not about getting on the Forbes list.
Yeah.
So, has meaning come from the small things to you?
I think so.
Do you not have ambition, or would you still say you have ambition in a different way?
I think I still have ambition, but I struggle a lot with how to reach it. I'm at this point, I'm not willing to give up my social life and my midday walks outdoors and having weekends and doing things that I like. And so when I was in college, I think I would have sacrificed anything to get the promotion, get the high esteemed position, whatever. And now I'm not willing to. So I still want to, I want to be more impactful. I want to supervise. I want to help people below come up. But I'm also struggling with, I'm not willing to sacrifice my whole life to work to make that possible.
Yeah. Yeah. This leads me to my second big question.
Okay.
I'm in the pursuit of finding the problem or craft that means the most to me. And so I wonder, for you, what problem in the world means the most to you?
Definitely childhood issues, in particular adverse childhood experiences, are types of trauma that children experience that affects their entire life, like their like the amount of money they make, how much school they'll achieve, their lifelong chances of developing cancer or heart conditions. Like, then if you want to impact people as adults, the number one thing is you can do that has the highest ROI and just like a good thing to do is to help children grow up in stable, nurturing environments. It's a combination of helping them not experience toxic adversity, and then also providing them with positive experiences, which like a stable adult in a child's life is like one of the best things that they can have in terms of health outcomes, educational outcomes. And so that's the thing that like my heart is most...
You're good.
is most interested in is like how to create communities where children can be safe and happy and stable and have all their needs met. And there's a couple like cool ways that can happen. For example, like through Medicaid, we can use that funding to have kids have better healthcare providers, more encompassing like mental health services, and then also just like building actual like apartment buildings that are affordable, that have a daycare center in the bottom, that have a community bank there. Like there's all these little things you can do that don't seem like they're related to health, but can have huge impacts on a person's lifespan.
Can I ask a selfish question? So I would say I probably fit the category of adverse childhood experiences. I ended up emancipating myself.
Okay.
Is there things that people that had those experiences as they were younger should do as they're older?
I think the first thing is just to understand that you like did experience adversity and like to validate that, and then to number one, because a lot of people are like in denial about that, and understand that like affects the way you are as a human and you experience relationships, and then like have meaningful relationships with other people. Like other people are kind of the key in whatever way that looks to you. And then also therapy.
Yeah. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably not even just people with adverse childhood experiences, but just anybody.
Yeah.
I think it's probably pretty healthy to examine what your childhood taught you and wonder if it is still changing the way your relationships happen now.
Yeah. And I mean, even like nowadays, like to exist is to see trauma and devastation that previous generations
just literally didn't experience.
Like you can't like open social media app or turn on like a news station today and without seeing like something horrible. So we all need like to acknowledge that and help ourselves and help each other and be good community members.
Yeah. Last big question for you. What person that you've met was the most impressive person to you, and what about them was impressive to you?
I feel like my immediate reaction is like a woman women that I'm related to. Like my mom and my Nana will always be really important people to me. Like my Nana didn't go to college, and she was the smartest person I've ever known, and she went on to have a great career for herself, and she made sure that my mom like was safe and had good people in her life, and that like my mom went on to be successful. So like in ways like that, like I can't imagine what she experienced as a young woman in the 50s, 60s that like I will never know.
Did success look different for her because she didn't go to college?
Probably in her time, no, because women weren't really going to college. But like she had a great career. She retired. She lives comfortably. Like she's always traveled and like had friends and people in her life that enriched it, and like that seems
She's
like
pretty
what you
good.
could want.
Sweet. Extra credit question, super short. Instead of asking people for New York advice, I'm asking them for New York challenges.
Okay.
What's your New York challenge to me?
I find I've lived in this neighborhood for a long time, and I find that I eat at the same 5 restaurants all the time. So one challenge I've been trying to do is to eat at different restaurants as much as possible. Whenever my mom visits, she's like, how do you even decide where to eat? There's so many places. And like, she's right. So I think even though like it's nice to have your like go-to places that you always go to for your bagels and your Mexican food or whatever, but like try to go to as many different restaurants and businesses as you can.
Change it up.
Yeah.
Sweet. Thanks for sitting down with me.
Yeah, thank you.
That's all I've got for you.
Cool.
I have an off-camera question.
Yeah.